So if you have someone who's saying, "Hey, I'm waiting for rates to come down before I start to buy a house," what would you tell them?
I tell them that that's a bad decision, that they need to make a decision with the information they have in front of them right now. We can, put money on what's going to happen in the future, but a lot of the times they're not right with that information. Even though there's information out there saying that they're possibly going to cut rates later in the year, that is to prime rate, which doesn't directly have an effect on mortgage rates. Um, Mortgage rates, I feel, and a lot of people out there feel like they're trying to settle in the sixes, which they're where they're at now. If you and you can be an advocate of this, telling them that housing prices are going to continually go up with the statistics we've gotten over the last 5 years with people moving to South Carolina. So when people say, "Hey, I'm going to wait for the rates to drop," that doesn't mean always a lower payment, because the house could be worth more value at that point, and in turn end up being a larger payment even with a lower interest rate. So I always say it's good to at least look at what the picture is right now, especially with some of the programs we have out there. It might be the right time, especially with the lower amount of competition you have out there before that spring blitz, or everybody in the summer seems like they're getting into the market, and that then creates a higher price you're going to pay for that house. So people are saying
Yeah.
they're going to wait. I say call me.
Yeah, I completely agree. One of the things that people miss out on is we hear a lot about people saying, "Oh man, like, those guys who got in at 3.5% rates." Well, do you remember what the prices of houses were like at that point? And the thing about rates is you can change your rate potentially in the future, but you can never change the price that you paid for that house. So if you're waiting for the same time period that everyone else is waiting for, you might actually be putting yourself at a disadvantage that you don't necessarily have to deal with right now.
Totally agree. Great information, Jeremy.